In this lesson, we're going to learn how to draw a diagram to solve division problems. Let's look at our problem. Sean and his family chartered a fishing boat for the day. Sean fished for 6 hours and caught a white marlin and an amberjack. The white marlin weighed 4 times as much as the amberjack. Sean caught a total of 145 pounds of fish. How much did each fish weigh? Well, let's look over here at our graphic organizer and let's use this to help us solve the problem. What do I need to find? Well, I need to find how much each fish weighed. So let's write that here. What information do I need to use? Well, I need to know that Sean caught a total of 145 pounds of fish. That's shown right here. And the white marlin weighed 4 times as much as the amberjack. Now, I can use the strategy draw a diagram. And then divide. I can use a bar diagram to find the weight of each fish. Let's look at how to do that. Now, since the white marlin weighs 4 times as much as the amberjack, my bar diagram needs to have 1 box for the amberjack and 4 equally sized boxes for the weight of the white marlin. You see how the white marlin is 4 times the amount of the amberjack? I can divide the total weight of the 2 fish by the total number of boxes. Since the amberjack and the white marlin both together weigh 145 pounds, I can divide those 145 pounds into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal sections. And that's shown here, 145 divided by 5. Well, I only have 100, so I don't have enough hundreds to put in all 5 of my groups. But I have 14 tens, so I can put 2 tens in each group, which means I'm going to use up 10 of my tens, and I have 4 tens left that I need to trade in. So when I trade in those 4 tens, that's going to give me 40 ones, and I have 5 ones here, so now I have a total of 45 ones. If I'm putting 45 ones into 5 groups, that means I'm going to have 9 ones in each group, and I'm going to use up all 45 of my ones because 5 groups of 9 is 45. So I have 0 ones left over. So that means that each one of these boxes has a value of 29 pounds. I can see this is the weight of my amberjack, 29 pounds, and my white marlin is 4 times that. So I know that the amberjack weighs 29 pounds and the marlin weighs 29 times 4. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do 29 times 4 to find out the weight of my white marlin. Now I could do 29 plus 29 plus 29 plus 29, and that would give me the answer as well. But I'm going to try it with multiplication. 9 times 4, that's 36. 4 times 2 is 8. And 9, 10, 11. So I get 116. So the white marlin weighed 116 pounds. Now let's look at another problem. Let's try one on our own. Jason and Dana went fishing for the weekend. On the first day, Dana caught a red snapper. The next day, Jason caught a sailfish that weighed 5 times as much as the red snapper Dana caught. If the 2 fish weighed a total of 114 pounds, how much did the sailfish that Jason caught weigh? Well, let's fill out our graphic organizer over here to help us solve this problem. What do I need to find? I need to find how much the sailfish that Jason caught weighed. So how much did the sailfish that Jason caught weigh. What information do I need to use? Well, I need to keep in mind that the fish weighed a total of 114 pounds. I also need to know that Jason's sailfish weighed 5 times as much as the red snapper. Sailfish weighed 5 times as much as the red snapper. Now, how am I going to use this information? Well, I think I'm going to draw a diagram to help me figure out this problem. So, we've got two fish. We have a sailfish, which I'm going to represent with an S, and I have a red snapper that I'm going to represent with an R. Now, which one weighs more, the sailfish or the red snapper? You're right, the sailfish weighs more because it weighs 5 times as much. So I'm going to use one box to represent the red snapper. Now the sailfish is 5 times that amount, so I'm going to need 5 boxes that are all the same. You may have to use your imagination a little. I'm not exactly an artist, but here we have the red snapper, and here's the sailfish. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times as much. Now I know that all together they weighed 114 pounds. Now I don't know what the value is of this box, but if I add this value and 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 this value, that will give me 114 pounds, and I know that they're all the same. Each box has the same value. So I can solve this problem by dividing 114 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal boxes. Now I have 100. I can't put 100 evenly into 6 groups, so I'm going to have to break it up, and now I have 11 tens. If I'm trying to put 11 tens into 6 groups, I can put 1 10 in each group, which means I'm only going to use up 6 of my tens. I'm going to have 5 left over, so I don't have enough to put 1 more in each group. So I'm going to have to trade in these 5 tens for 50 ones. And I have 4 more ones, which gives me a total of 54 ones that I'm putting into 6 groups. Well, I can think of a related multiplication fact. I know that 9 times 6 is 54. So if I'm putting 54 into 6 groups, that must be 9 in each group. So I'm going to put 9. 6 times 9 is 54, so I'm going to use up every one of my ones. So I know that the value of each box is 19. So that means that Dana's red snapper weighed 19 pounds. But we know that the sailfish weighed 5 times that amount. And what we need to find out is how much did this sailfish weigh. So now I can either add 19 plus 19 plus 19 plus 19 plus 19, or I can multiply 19 times 5. I know that 9 times 5 is 45, and 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. So Jason's sailfish weighed 95 pounds. Now, how can I tell if my answer is reasonable? Well, I can use estimation here and see that this is 95 pounds, and if I add about 20 more, that's 115 pounds, which is really close to the 114 pounds total. So I can use estimation to see if my answer is reasonable.